previous lecture, we discussed about what are the different steps which are performed in a digital image processing, such as image enhancement or image enrichment or color processing, wavelet processing, morphological processing, object detection, or something attribute selection. So these are the different steps which will be performed when you can do some image processing application. So these are the steps. Now next point we have to discuss that what are the components which are required for the image processing application or image processing system. When you want to process the image, see in a previous lecture we have to define the steps, or we have to discuss the steps. What are the steps which can carry out when we have to do the image processing? But for that purpose, what type of instruments, what type of devices we require? So in this lecture we have to study these parts. So components which are required for the image processing system. So this is very important point. So we have to discuss this point, components of image processing system. So components means what are the devices required for the image processing. So there are lots of devices which are required and we have to discuss one by one. Okay, see in this first, so component of image processing system. So in this, although large scale image processing system will still be being sold for the massive image application. So this image processing application requires lots of different devices. Such see these applications such as the processing of satellite image, trains to continue towards miniaturization and blending of general purpose small computers. So for that purpose, see here for the generally satellite image or something other type of application, we generally use the general purpose computers. Okay, so these computers are used to capable to process the different types of application. Now the basic history, or basically this computer, based on this computer evolution, there are different systems are used in a computer processing system. So what are that? In mid 80, so in 18th decade, so some specific peripheral devices are used to attach that particular devices to the computer system and the image processing will be done. So this is one of the one of the type of computer system, or one of the type of device which are required in a early in 1980. But in 1990, some of the specific purpose devices are created. So image processing hardware in the form of single board designed to compatible with the industry standards. So here in 1980, some devices will be connected to the computer system and then image processing will be done. But in 1990, some specific boards are created, and these boards are attached to computer system. For example, graphics board or whatever that type of board that will be used. But in early 2000 or in the recent, there are new add-on board will be created, and that will be GPU, that is known as graphics processing unit. So almost most of the computers now, recent computers, that consist of this GPUs. So because say today's operating system or any operating system, that will be uses the GUI based operating system. In previous years, in 1980 or 1990, so the operating systems are window based DOS based operating system, and so there is no any graphics are used, and that's why there is no requirement of the graphics card. But today's operating system, all the operating systems are GUI based operating system, and for better performance of that GUI based operating system, we require graphics cards, or we require graphics processing units. So these GPUs are available in our, or see in most of the games, so graphics card are used. So this graphics card is nothing but GPU, that is graphics processing unit, that are available in most of the computer system. So this is one of the specific purpose of the boards or specific purpose of devices which are used in computer system for the image processing application. Okay, now so this is the general diagram, or this is a simple diagram which can use the what are the devices used in a processing system. So generally, see here, the center of this processing system is computer. Center of the processing system is a computer, and there are some units which are used some other units which are used for specific purpose, and some of the units are used for specific purpose. Now see, these units are used for the image acquisition, scanning, or for example, that will be nothing but input images or input for that computer system. So it may be scanner, it may be camera, it is a cam card, so whatever may be. Now this second group is nothing but output of that image. So output, it may be monitor, it may be printer, or whatever may be. So that will be, this is input, this is output. And third type of main group of this components is storage devices. Storage means to store the image. So for the temporary purpose or for permanent purpose. So these are the three basic type of devices or the basic groups of devices which are used for the image processing. So center of the processing is computer. There are some devices which are input, there are some devices which are used output, and there are some devices which are used to storage this. So based on that, the system is built around the computer, in which most image processing tasks are carried out, but also include some hardware and software for the image acquisition, storage, and display. So image acquisition, that is nothing but for the input purpose. For storage, that is nothing but to store the image. It may be temporary storage, it may be permanent storage, whatever may be. And for display, that is nothing but for output purpose. So whenever you can talk about the image processing system, that image processing system is a centrally at a computer. See, in our definition, digital image processing is nothing but processing of digital image using digital computer. So computer system is a central unit here. Okay, so for that purpose, it requires some input, it requires some, it can produce some output, and it requires some storage. So based on that, there are some hardware, some softwares are required. So the actual hardware associated with each block will be shown here. So for input purpose, there are lots of input devices for the image. So it may be the scanning of the image, it may be the camera. So we already studied this input type. So we already, by using the X-rays, by using the gamma rays, by using the ultrasonic rays, by using the visible ray, by using infrared rays. So all these are the input of the images for the processing. After processing, we can get some output. So that output may be for the, it may be on the monitor, computer monitor, TV monitor, whatever may be, or it may be in imprinted form, either in a paper or in some other sheets. So that will be printing. But when you have to do the processing, it requires some temporary storage, or it requires for permanent storage. So for that purpose, there are some devices, that is magnetic discs or optical discs are used to store the images. So these are the basic structure of the components. Now actually in book, this will be our diagram. So both are same. Okay, so here that are some are the inputs, some of the outputs. See, image sensors. So image sensor, that will be used to sense the image, that will be used to detect the image. Okay, so it has around some specific image processing hardware. Okay, so from that image sensor, it may be the camera, it may be the some scanner, whatever may be. By using that hardware, image will be acquired, image will be sensed, and that will be sent to the computer system. Now image display and the hard copy. See, these are some output devices. Mass storage, these are the storage. Image processing software, so these are the some software which are required for the processing of the system. And last is the network or cloud, it will be known as, and now recently it is called as a cloud based or network based system. So here in this system, computer is a center, and for that center there are some input devices, there are some output devices, and there are some storage devices, as well as it requires some softwares also. So these are the diagram which are used for the components of image processing. So when you have to ask what is the components of image processing system, you have to draw this diagram, not previous diagram. Previous diagram is a simplification or for example purpose. Okay, but in book this diagram will be available. Okay, so image sensors, hard copy, image display, computer system, some specific hardwares, mass storage, and some softwares. So these are the some components which are required. So we have to discuss one by one. Okay, so first, image sensors. So image sensors, so that the basic purpose of sensor of image is it will be used to acquire the image. It will be acquire the digital image. So this is first part. So it is input device. So image sensor is the input. It can use to capture the image. So with reference to sensing, two elements are required to acquire the digital image. So here there are two important points when you have to acquire the image. So first is a physical device that is used to text the object, or that will be used to text the image of the object. Okay, so here the first is physical device that is sensitive to energy radiated by the object. So this, for example, camera. So camera will be flashed when we have to click the button. It can send the ray on the object. Object return something ray back to lens. So that will be energy radiated by the object, and that object will be captured by the lens. Now, second important part is digitalizer. So this is because now see, today's all devices are digital devices. For example, our camera is a digital camera. So we can say that the digital camera. Okay, so this digital camera. So our signal will be in not digital form. Our signal is in an analog form. So we need to convert that analog form into the digital form. So that for that purpose, it requires the digitalizer. Okay, so this digitalizer converts the analog signal into the digital signal. So here the second part that is called as digitalizer is a device which is used to convert the output of the physical sensing device into the digital form. So that will be convert our signal, it may be analog signal, so that convert into the digital form. So these are two parts. One part is a physical device which is used to capture the radiation or capture the rays which are from the image or from the object. And second, that will be converted to the digital form and by using the digitalizer. So these are the two important parts in a image sensors. So for instance, in a digital video camera, the sensor produces the electrical output which are proportional to light intensity. And say when you have to use the digital camera, this digital camera will be capture the particular objects waves, and that waves are in a light intensity wave, or that will be in a analog waves. So these waves are converted into the digital by using the digitalizer. So this is a first part, means image sensor has two important concepts. One is device which can capture the signals, and second will be that signal will be converted by the digitalizer. So this is the second device. So these are the two important parts in a image sensors. Now, so in image sensor, there are some specialized image processing hardware usually called as a digitalizer. Then another one, then and hardware that performs some primitive operations such as ALU. So we know that ALU, which performs arithmetic and logical unit on a parallel basis. So they, apart from the digitalizer, it requires a digitalizer. So it is also one of the device, and this device consists of some microprocessor. So the microcontroller. So that will be convert the signal into the digital signal. So one example of how ALU is used is averaging image as quickly as they are digitalized. Okay, so it is used to noise reduction. So this is one of the example. This type of hardware sometimes called as a front-end subsystem, and it is a most distinguishing characteristics is a speed. Now the main characteristic of image sensing is a speed. Now see, speed is very important because when you have to capture the image, so that image will be whenever we can capture the image, no problem. But when you have to create the video shooting, so video shooting is also nothing but it is nothing but collection of image. Video shooting म्हणजे काय असते, the collection of image. So for a second, it can capture how many images. Based on that, the video quality will be dependent. So in a video system or in video camera, in other words, the unit perform the function that requires fast data throughputs. For example, in a digital system, it will be 30 frames per second. Means for the particular second, when you have to shoot the digital, when you have to shoot the some video, so it can capture the 30 frames or 30 photos per second. So that will be a quality. If the particular has not capable to do this, so the camera or that video is not good quality. So the image sensor is very important. So main purpose is it can have first important device, it requires the device which is capture the device, and second important part is digitalizer. Then third important theme related with the image sensor is it has speed, it requires the speed. So these are the three important parts related with the image sensor. Now second important component, another one is computer. So we know that computer system is a very important part in the image system, because as a definition, image processing, digital image processing, which can carry out with the help of digital computer. So computer is very important part. So the computer is a computer in an image processing system is general purpose computer, or it may be supercomputer. So based on type of application, based on what type of application you have to do, based on that you can use the different types of computers. Suppose you can use the space programs. Suppose you require the image processing for the space program. So for that purpose, our simple computers are not useful, because for space program there are large size of images are captured, large quality quantities of image captured, and that will be not capable to process by the our simple computers. So for that purpose, supercomputers are required. For simple image processing purpose, we can use our computer system. For simple computer purpose, we can use our means. For image processing purpose, there are different types of computers are used. It may be the PC or it may be the supercomputer, or in some situation it has some specific computer devices which are useful. For example, in X-ray system. So that in X-ray system there is no separate computer, it is inbuilt in X-ray system. Okay. So in some dedicated application which can specially design the computers. there आता सांगितलं की एक्सरे मध्ये एक्सरे ज्यावेळेस एक्सरे डिजिटल एक्सरे जे असतात की त्यामध्ये इनबिल्ट कम्प्युटर, तुम्हाला असं सेपरेट कम्प्युटर अटॅच करायचं नाही, तर तिथे इनबिल्ट कम्प्युटर सिस्टम आहे. सो दॅट इज डेडिकेटेड ऍप्लिकेशन. सो दॅट कम्प्युटर ओनली युजफुल फॉर द X-ray purpose. So dedicated computers are used for the specific purpose. So such computers are also used in a image processing application. Okay. So there are in this system almost any well equipped PC with suitable offline image processing task or online image processing task are applied. So that are computer systems. So okay, तुमचे प्रत्येकाने आपले नाव इनपुट करा. So for the attendance purpose. Next one is component is software. Now we have to study input device, we have to study computer system, and the next is softwares. Now what are the software? So for processing of the image, we required different types of softwares. So software for image processing consists of some specific models in the specific functioning that perform the specific task. So for the purpose of different types of processing, it requires different types of functioning. For example, suppose in Scilab we have to use the IMRead function. So this function is used to read the image, or RGB to gray function. So these functions are used, or these functions are used by using the software. So software are used for the specific purpose. So there are lots of functioning which are useful for the purpose. So for example, in age detection, so there will be age function. For convert to black white image, so we have to use the IM2BG function, or something. Suppose you want to create the negative of the image, so you have to use the IM complement function. So these are the different functions, these are the different models which are used for the processing purpose, and these all functions are available in some software program. So well designed package also include the capability for the user to write its own code as utilize the specific model. Also you can write your own code, also you can write your own function. Okay, so that is also available in a software. So more sophisticated software packages allows to integrate all these models for the general purpose software commands, and which can use the different types of computer languages. So for best example, so commercially there are lots of different softwares which are available, but one of the well-known software is a MATLAB. So MATLAB is a mathematical based software, but in that MATLAB there is one important toolbox which is used, and that will be image processing toolbox. By using this toolbox, we have to do different types of image processing tasks. So there are lots of different functions are available, and by using that functions we can do different types of tasks. So this is software. So for processing purpose, we require hardware as well as software. So there are lots of softwares, but one of the example is MATLAB. Another one, by using Python, you can also use the image processing task. By using C, you can use the image processing task. By using Java, you can use the image processing task. But MATLAB is popular because it has some inbuilt functionality. So it is very easy to user to perform different types of application. Suppose you want to convert image RGB to grayscale image, so you require some mathematical calculation. So in our lectures we have to show the some formula how to convert RGB to grayscale. So we have to already study this formula. Okay, so by using that formula we need to convert the RGB to grayscale. But in a MATLAB there is direct function, so we can directly write the function and we can convert the image into black. But when you have to use the other software, for example Java or for example C, so we need to write a code. So this is popularity of the MATLAB. Okay, now software, then storage. Okay, the next part of the component is the storage. So what is the purpose of storage? To store the image. So storage is mass storage capability is one of the important thing in a image processing. Now consider that the image which has this 1024 into 1024 pixel and having 8 bit, so it requires 1 MB storage space. So when you have to do the application 10 into 1020 into 1020 into 8 bit, it requires 1 MB of storage space. So this is one of the simple example. But if our system or our application requires thousands or even millions of the images, so it requires that number of storage. म्हणजे आपल्याकडे आपण भरपूर सर इमेज प्रोसेसिंग करणार असते. आता आपल्या जर जनरली इमेज असतात बघा, तर इमेज मोठ्या असतात. मग ह्या इमेज जर आपल्याला स्टोअर करायचे असतील तर त्यासाठी आपल्याला स्टोरेज रिक्वायर लागणार आहे. सो वेन डीलिंग विथ द थाउजंड्स और इवन मिलियंस ऑफ द इमेज, वी रिक्वायर adequate storage for the processing of the image, and this is one of the important concept. So digital storage for image processing application is used in a 3 basic category: short-term storage, online storage, and archival storage. So short-term storage means the storage which are required for the processing purpose. So we can read the image, process that, and output. So that for that purpose, it will be required the short-term storage. Online storage for relatively fast. So whenever we can use the online storage, means that image will be available online. We can retrieve that, we can do the operation, and we can send that. And archival storage, that will be a permanent storage. Okay, so these are the different types of storage which are used. So these are the 3 categories. Short-term storage, it is required during the processing. For online storage, it is relatively fast for the recall. So whenever we can use the online storage, we can that means cloud-based storage, so we can easily access that, and you can also save that. Then archival storage, that means our permanent storage. Okay, so that will be infrequent access, means suppose we have to do some operation, and after some 2-4 day or some for a year or whatever maybe, we can access that image. So that will be archival, our storage. So we know that storage is measured in bytes, kilobytes, megabytes, gigabytes, terabytes. So all these are the different units for the measure of storage. Next, image display. Say as input, process, and storage. So next is output. So image display, this is output of the image. So image display, that is nothing but output. So image display is used to in mainly in a different ways. So preferably flat screen like a TV or monitor. So that will be one of the output devices. Or in another way, we can print out that it may be a printing paper, it may be some X-ray sheet, it may be some other sheets. Okay, so monitor are driven by the output of the image, and graphics display card that are internal part of the computer system. आता हे मागच्या आपण बघितलंय की प्रत्येक कम्प्युटर सिस्टीम मध्ये ग्राफिक्स कार्ड असतं. आता आपल्याला नवीन कुठलेही सिस्टीम येते तर ग्राफिक्स कार्ड बऱ्यापैकी येतं. सो rarely the requirement for the image display application cannot be met by the display card available commercially as the part of the computer system. In some cases, it is necessary to have stereo display, and it will be implemented in the form of some containing two small display embedded in a Google Swarm by the user. So in some situation, there are used to multiple display at a time. Okay, so such system is also available. म्हणजे एकच इमेज मल्टिपल डिस्प्ले मध्ये आपल्याला जर दाखवायची असेल, so we can also use such type of display. So image display that will be used to display the image. So it may be a single screen, it may be multiple screen. Okay, so this is one of the parts. So it may be display or it may be some another display. Hard copy devices, that is nothing but printing of that particular display, printing of the particular image. So hard copy devices generally consist of laser printer, film, heat sensitive devices, inkjet unit, digital units, some CD-ROMs or other whatever may be. So hard copy display. So these are the some, म्हणजे जे आपल्याला प्रिंट आउट पाहिजे की ते आपल्याकडे ठेवणार आहे, किंवा ते जे एक्सरे फिल्म असेल किंवा CD-ROM असेल की जे आपण सगळे आपण फोटो काढून आपण त्यात स्टोअर करतो. सो दॅट विल बी हार्ड कॉपी डिव्हाइसेस. सो film provide the highest possible resolution, but paper is the some obvious medium of the choice for writing material. आता फिल्म मध्ये सगळ्याला आपल्याला हायेस्ट पॉसिबल रिझोल्युशन, पण आपण जनरली की एखादा फोटो घ्यायचं म्हणलं तर आपण तो प्रिंट काढून आपण ठेवतो. सो दॅट विल बी आवर प्रेफरन्स. ओके, for presentation of image for presentations, image are displayed on a film transparencies or in a digital medium for the projection purpose. Okay, आता हे दोन वेगवेगळे पर्पज सांगितलेले आहेत की आपण इमेज कशासाठी घेतो, आपल्या स्टोरेज करण्यासाठी किंवा ट्रान्सपरन्सी पण. म्हणजे आपल्याला आता सध्या आपण डायरेक्ट LCD वर प्रेझेंट करतो, पण LCD नव्हते त्यावेळेस ट्रान्सपरन्सी असायची, म्हणजे प्लास्टिक कागद असायचा, त्याच्यावर आपण इमेज इमेज हे करायची, प्रिंट करायची आणि ती इमेज ट्रान्सपरन्सी मधून आपण डिस्प्ले करतो. सो दीज आर द अनदर ऍप्लिकेशन. ओके, then another one is latter approach is gaining acceptance as a standard of the image presentation. So hard copy devices are used to store the image in a permanent ways. Okay, networking and cloud communication. Networking and cloud communication, that will be our last part of this image. So network is almost a default function in any computer system. So आता तुम्ही बघितलंय इंटरनेट, so that is a network. सो म्हणजे आता आपल्याला एखादी इमेज, समजा एखादी स्पेसिफिक इमेज पाहिजे, सो आपण काय करतो, डायरेक्ट गुगलला जाऊन सर्च करतो. सो गुगलला जाऊन सर्च करून आपण इमेज डाउनलोड करून घेतो. सो दॅट मीन्स वी हॅव टू यूज द नेटवर्क. सो नेटवर्क इज ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द इम्पॉर्टंट पार्ट. सो नेटवर्क इज ऑलमोस्ट डिफॉल्ट फंक्शन इन एनी कम्प्युटर सिस्टम. ओके, सो बिकॉज ऑफ लार्ज अमाउंट ऑफ डेटा inherent in image processing application, the key consideration is image transmission is a bandwidth. Now in this case, image transmission is very important. जनरली बघा, आता हे इमेज आहे, आपण इमेज बद्दल बोलतो, पण व्हिडिओ इज ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द इमेज. सो whenever video file will be large, so when we want to download some video file or when we want to download large image file, so it requires the large bandwidth. म्हणजे मोठी एखादी इमेज फाईल असेल तर ती आपल्याला डाउनलोड करायची म्हणलं तर त्यावेळेस आपल्याला वेळ लागतो का, तर इट इज रिक्वायर्ड टू ट्रान्समिशन बँडविड्थ. इन डेडिकेटेड नेटवर्क देर इज टिपिकली नॉट प्रॉब्लेम. पण ज्यावेळेस डेडिकेटेड नेटवर्क म्हणजे स्पेसिफिक ऑर्गनायझेशन पुरतच नेटवर्क असेल तर तिथं हा प्रॉब्लेम येत नाही. इंटरनेटवर हा प्रॉब्लेम असू शकतो. ओके, बट कम्युनिकेशन विथ रिमोट साईट व्हाया इंटरनेट इज अ डिफिकल्ट. जर डेडिकेटेड नेटवर्क असेल तर हा बँडविड्थचा प्रॉब्लेम येणार नाही. पण दुसरा कुठला प्रॉब्लेम येतो, तुम्हाला जर नेटवर्क इंटरनेटवर कम्युनिकेशन करायचं असेल, सो दॅट विल बी फेस द प्रॉब्लेम. ओके, फॉर्च्युनेटली दिस सिच्युएशन इज इम्प्रूव्हिंग क्विकली युजिंग द फायबर ऑप्टिक्स केबल. आता हे तुम्ही नेटवर्किंग मध्ये सगळ्या कन्सेप्ट शिकलाय की ट्विस्टेड पेअर केबल किंवा दुसऱ्या केबल्स आहेत. आता सध्या कुठली फायबर ऑप्टिक्स केबल वापरली जाते आणि फायबर ऑप्टिक्स केबल वापरल्यामुळं ट्रान्समिशन स्पीड इन्क्रीज झालेला आहे. तर आता इथून पुढे हे असं वाढत ट्रान्समिशन स्पीड वाढतच जाणार. त्यामुळे आपला जो मेन प्रॉब्लेम आहे बँडविड्थचा तो रिड्यूस होत जाणार. सो इमेज डेटा कंप्रेशन कंटिन्यू टू प्ले मेजर रोल इन अ ट्रान्समिशन ऑफ द लार्ज इमेज अमाउंट. So for that purpose, you can compress the image and you can transmit the image. Okay. मग जर बँडविड्थचा जर प्रॉब्लेम असेल तर त्याला पर्याय काय? So there will be one of the important solution is that you can compress the image and you can send that image through the network. So these are the different parts. So all these are the different parts of the image processing applications. Okay. So here these are the components of image. So we discuss all these image components. Okay. Actually, आता हे तर दोन डायग्राम तुम्हाला दाखवलेले आहेत. सो ऑल दीज पार्ट्स वी हॅव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस. इमेज डिस्प्ले, हार्ड कॉपी, इमेज सेन्सर, स्पेशलाइज्ड इमेज प्रोसेसिंग हार्डवेयर, some hardware, computer, mass storage, image processing software, and network and cloud. So all are these important parts are components of image processing. And this will be a diagram you need to draw in your paper. बऱ्याचदा